Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Annisa. My NPM 2018125000683 and I'm from R4F. Here, I will review vocabulary assignments. I choose the YouTube application for the review of this assignment because, as you know, YouTube can be a very practical and easy way to learn English and etc. I took an example in learning vocabulary. Here, I will describe a YouTube channel called Josin Translation. This channel joined YouTube on October 17, 2017. There are many ways and tips for learning English that has been given by Josin. Each channel deals with grammar, speaking, listening, vocabulary, S.Pd, literature, news, and public speaking. His motivation are being international people and be sociable. And this time, I will review for vocabulary 6 common mistakes in choosing an English word. How to steps open Josin translation. The first, open your mobile phone and then open YouTube and search Josin Translation channel and click Vocabulary Today. In Vocabulary Today, there are 34 videos and we choose one, which is 6 common mistakes in choosing English word. Now, we will watch his 9-minute and 14-second video.
So this is the first part of our mistake using word in English. Remember and remind. It's quite simple but a bit confusing at once. We use remember and remind and we translate it in Bahasa with the same pronunciation. But both of them have a different meaning. So remember means that we keep it in mind about something. When we want to say remind, it means that we get somebody to remember something. It's different. Ingat dan mengingatkan itu berbeda. Oke, jadi kalian paham ya? I remember. And I just want to remind you that remember and remind are different in use. The second part of the mistake of English word use is where and use. Where and use. You know, when we translate those words, we're gonna translate it in the same word, same pronunciation, memakai. But these words have a different contextual use. We can use where when we put on something on our body. For example, I'm wearing jacket.
Okay, to save time, I've summarized it here. The first discussion is about remember and remind. He says that remember is to remember something and remind to ask someone to remember something. The second thing, wear and use. He said wear it when we use something on our bodies and when doing an activity with something else. The third, borrow and lend. Borrow is worn when we ask someone to give something and then we get it back. Lend, which is when we give something to others, then we wait for it to be returned. The fourth, food supplies are used for cooking like water or for cooking to make it warm or hot, while cook, for example, is cook some food. 5. Cry and sob. Cry, more to cry or cried a lot, while sob cried deeper or cried harder. Lastly, between and among. Between is the forward and it is usually used when it's between two objects, among more than two things, or among more than two. After we see this video by Jocelyn, we can understand it and practice it because it is accompanied by it. For example, speaking of exist, that video from Jocelyn's channel can help us learn a lot about English, and the discussion video is not boring because it's interesting editing of the video. But the disadvantage is that unlike any other free English application, learning via YouTube is that we have enough internet quotas, right? And I recommend this channel is recommended for me and for you maybe, and you must subscribe and follow this channel because this channel is a good editing video and a good to learn English. There's some tips you can give out through learning English via YouTube. I understand a lot of flaws in these videos of mine, and for that, I'm sorry if I'm wrong or uh, the my word is wrong. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.